with light code lockdown to keep you vibrating at your lowest state. But how do they do this? They do this by attacking you and forcing you to fall into negative emotional states. This is why you have to overcome emotion. I've spoken about this for years and years and years, and I'll continue to speak about it for the entirety of why I am on planet Kai, why I'm on this material plane, this physical realm, because you have to understand that these so-called emotions are not emotions at all. Every single emotion is a fallen angel. That emotion is a fallen angel with an actual spiritual name. That emotion is not anger. That's really a fallen angel. That's really not jealousy. That's really a fallen angel. That's really not lust. That's really a fallen angel. Right? That's really not envy. That's really a fallen angel. And when that fallen angel enters you, it alters your state of mind, which by altering your state of mind eventually alters your vibrational state. You have to remember the 4 phases of matter: solids, liquids, gases, plasma, energy. Right? The higher you vibrate, the faster the higher you vibrate, the faster the atoms vibrate. The atoms that the solid plane is composed of vibrate the slowest. All right, so you have solids, liquids, gases, plasma, energy. That's the 4 phases of matter. To understand the spiritual warfare, you have to master this. I don't care how many times you hear me say it. Have you mastered the concept of what I'm saying? Are you digesting this information? Because like right now, we have a plethora of information that's coming out all over the place. Some of it good, some of it's bad. We have, once again, I'll repeat that, we have a whole bunch of information that's being released right now. Some of this information is good for you. A lot of it is bad for you. But when you do have divine teachers like myself, spiritual gurus like myself, like the other spiritual gurus that you have out there, are you actually digesting the information that is being passed to you? All right? And then you have a lot of teachers that they're not even digesting the information. They're just reading up on some shit, studying it, and says, what subject can I talk about right now that's going to produce the most wow factor? Right? Because if I say rainbows and stargates like I gave in the past download a couple years back, that's going to produce a wow factor just off me titling the video that. Rainbows and stargates, right? If I sit here and say, hey, did you know that you have 7 chakras and these chakras are a part of your cosmic light bodies and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, that produces a wow factor. If we say, hey, the black woman / Latino woman is actually God, that produces a wow factor. So you have all these this information coming out that's producing wow factors. You have teachers that are giving you this information, and they haven't even mastered the information. They haven't even digested it. They just giving it to you for the wow factor, because then the wow factor produces views, which produce likes and comments, and a lot of them are technically doing it for likes, comments, and views. Now, is every single spiritual teacher out there right now doing it for likes? It's not every single one of us, but I'm going to tell you right now, this has become the end thing. It has become a wave. So anytime something becomes a wave, you're going to have a whole bunch of fake motherfuckers trying to do some shit just to do it, to try to gain a form of money or clout. But are you digesting? Are you actually fasting every month? Are you actually working out to master yourself physically? Are you actually cleaning up your diet? Are you actually sitting in a meditative state? Are you actually giving back to charity and doing it from the soul and the heart, even when the camera's not on? Are you working on yourself every day? Right? A lot of your teachers not doing that. Just like a lot of students who are the individuals, the disciples, the channels who are thirsty right now for this information are not doing that. Because we are in the age of Aquarius. We are going through a spiritual renaissance right now. The planet is rising in frequency. So that's why I say you must be able to digest all this information and use discernment when getting this information. All right? So that takes us back to the 4 phases of matter. I've been talking about the 4 phases of matter for the last 5 years, and you still have individuals that have not mastered that. Because in order to understand the spiritual warfare that you are in, these attacks that come to you, which make you fall into these emotional states, you have to understand vibration. Everything breaks down to atoms in this physical realm. The atoms that make up the solid plane, the things we can see with our eyes, vibrate the slowest. The next vibrational plane is the liquid plane. The atoms that make up the liquid plane vibrate faster than the atoms that make up the solid plane. The next vibrational state is the vapor plane or the gas plane. The atoms that make up the gas plane vibrate faster than the atoms that make up the liquid plane. The next vibrational state is the plasma energy plane. This is where your thoughts come from. Thoughts vibrate the fastest. Think about it. Everything around you started off as just a thought inside of a brain. The atoms that make up the plasma energy plane or the mental plane vibrate faster than the atoms that make up the gas plane. Now, the atoms that make up the solid plane vibrate so slow that you can see anything solid with your naked eye. But the atoms that make up the liquid plane, you can see liquid with your naked eye, but the difference is the vibrational state is so fast that you can literally stick your hand